This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of MSPN Digital Television.
To the broadcast booth for the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, it's the final game of the 2025 Pete FM Invite, and we have the championship set between Tri-City Red and the West Fargo Patriots. Tri-City Red just finishing a game up in North Fargo, and now they travel down to South Fargo to participate in the championship game against the West Fargo Patriots. So we'll have a true champion who gets no trophy because for this second year in a row, I'll stop there. All right, your starting lineups in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. In this game, it'll be the West Fargo Patriots who are the home team, and Tri-City will be the visiting team. I was visiting with Coach Roll of the West Fargo Patriots, and I was joking that I wish I could have wore a Minnesota Twins hat in my high school and Legion baseball days, but not so lucky this time. But yeah, basically the Tri-City Red are the Minnesota Twins in white jerseys with red sleeves. That's basically what they look like out there. Speaking of the Minnesota Twins, are they playing today? I probably should have looked that up here as they play another song. I'll get us dinged on YouTube there. The Rolling Stones, Start Me Up. Let's see here. I like that song, don't get me wrong, but they don't play until later today. 6:10 p.m. is first pitch, so this game will be over before that game starts, so we will not have to worry about that. All right. First pitch scheduled for a couple minutes ahead of the start time of 3 o'clock. First pitch at 2:57 p.m.
First pitch at 2:57, sunny and 83. First pitch.
Sunny and 83 is our good buddy Brad Anderson just shared with us here. Isaac Baseman. That's a name that not too many people who play baseball have is Baseman. But 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Baseman. That's there's a lot of firsts as I continue to go through my broadcasting career, and it's always entertaining when you find out what that is. Ground ball out towards Brody Medina. He'll toss it quickly over to Oline for the out, and it's 1 down here for Tri-City, and I'll bring up Ryan Malone.
Batting second, number 8, right fielder Ryan Malo.
So once again, Hudson Dinger is your starting pitcher here for West Fargo. Will be tossing him into the mid of Graydon Peterson behind the plate, catching. And the first pitch here is going to be skied up and fouled off to the third base side for strike 1. And we're at 0-1 to Ryan Malone. Around the bases for West Fargo, you got Austin Oline at first, Brody Medina at second, Jet Collins, the shortstop, Max Zenker at third. In the outfield, Landon Zink in left, Cooper Fuchs in right, and Trey Huzar in center field. 1-0 and no balls, 1 strike, nobody on here for Tri-City yet here, and that pitch will miss a little bit low. We're even at a ball and a strike now here on the Mandy's FargoND.com scoreboard, where you can find something for everyone. West Fargo, coached by head coach Jordan Roll and his assistant Andy Young, former Arizona Diamondback. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Andy Young played Legion ball for West Fargo before his pro days. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout for Dinger. It'll go into the books as a drop third strike as they throw him out at first on that play.
Batting third, number 10, center fielder Peter 80.
Peter 80 steps up to the plate. First right-handed batter for the Tri-City that we've seen here in the contest so far. 80 representing batter 3 in the lineup. 2 away here, and that is low for a ball, 1-0. Once again, championship game of the 2025 Pete FM invite. This game not originally scheduled to be played at Starry Bank Field, but we did snag it due to field conditions with storms and stuff that rolled through the area the last couple of nights. So West Fargo may have had a true home game if the tree in the park there did not fall on their center field fence. So 2 balls and no strikes. So, and now it's 3 balls and no strikes to Peter 80. Nate Edelman is the batter on deck here for Tri-City Red. 3-0. And that's in for a strike. So 3-1 the count now. And a hard ground ball out towards Jet Collins. He'll fire it over to first and complete the 6-3 ground out on the scoop by Austin Oline, and that will do it for the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and we go now to the bottom of the first, and coming up for West Fargo, we'll see Landon Zink, Trey Huzar, and Jet Collins when we return after the break. Stay tuned.
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, welcome back. No score here as we move into the home half of the first, and it'll be West Fargo's Landon Zink who will start things off here. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base in the top of the first for Tri-City as the first pitch comes outside for a ball to Landon Zink. Jack Treader on the mound pitching here for Tri-City Red. And the first two pitches are in for balls 1 and 2 to the glove of Alex Dornsief, who is behind the plate catching. Around the bases, Carter Byers at first, Jacob Jude at second, Isaac Baseman at short, Nate Edelman at third. In the outfield, after the pitch comes across for a strike, Tanner Jude in left, Ryan Malone in right, and Peter Adey in center field. And this one's popped up foul, third base side. We're moved to 2-2 as a result. And a full count now. He works the outside of the strike zone, misses 3-2, seeing if Zink would chase. He does not, and now a payoff pitch here from Treader. And right down the middle, and he'll send it out into right field. And that will go all the way to the fence. Ricochet off the fence into the glove of Ryan Malone, and it is a double to right center, to deep right center for Landon Zeke. First hit of the ball game comes 6 minutes in, and West Fargo is in business. Want to say hi to Jim. He's got about 45 minutes to see what these two teams have to provide before he has to go to take care of other commitments. So thanks for tuning in for the first 45 minutes, Jim, as that one's bunted off to the left side. It's Trey Huzar, the batter. So double to right center here, and now Trey Huzar, the batter. On MSPN this season, Trey Huzar is 2 for 5 on his at-bats. Both hits that he had on those at-bats went to right field. He had a fly out to left, reached base on an error. Fielder's choice, and then he also had a ground out to second base. Tri-City coach going to have a few words there with his catcher. And Coach Roll coming up to just chit-chat. And now, after all that delay, Alex Dornsief will go up and have a chit-chat with Treader, maybe to relay information from his coach. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that's what was the case. We're sitting at an 0-1 count here to Trey Huzar after he bunted that last pitch foul. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. And 1 ball, 1 strike. West Fargo fans. And I don't know if we posted it on X, and I think I found the right X account for Tri-City. So hopefully we have some Tri-City fans tuning into the broadcast as well. That one's fouled off to the third base side. Moved to a 1 ball, 2 strike count now here to Trey Huzar, the batter for West Fargo. Jack Treader with pitch number 10 coming up here. He'll set, take a couple peeks at Zink on second, and deliver on the outside edge and just miss to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this is a high bouncer. It will not get by Treader. He'll underhand toss it over to Carter Byers for the out, and that puts 1 down. It does advance Landon Zink over to third, though. And that'll bring up Jet Collins, the shortstop.
Number 14, shortstop, Jet Collins.
So Landon Zink now 90 feet away from potentially putting West Fargo on the board. And that pitch is right down the middle, but it dropped a little bit too low, and it's ball 1. West Fargo got here with an 8-0 win over Fargo Post 400 in 5 innings in the semifinal. That was played at 12 noon today. High fly ball, and it is popped up foul out of play on the first base side. And that is going to be good for strike number 1. Pick-off attempt there as I'm trying to look up. Tri-City got here via a 5-4 loss to Fargo Post 2. At one point in that game, they were down 5-0, but now they were able to, their comeback came just a little bit short. 2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Jet Collins. The reason why Tri-City got here with a loss is because Post 2 had to play another game this morning to determine the winner of the Fargo Post 2 pool. And as a result, Fargo Post 2 cannot play in this game because Legion rules state you cannot play 3 games in the same day. So Tri-City, who won the Moorhead pool at Matson Field, gets the win or lose, gets the automatic bye into the championship game. And I would imagine both coaches have probably put out their best players in this one in an effort to try and take it all home here. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jet Collins, and that is a fly ball into left. Scoring is Landon Zink, and West Fargo takes a 1-0 lead. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first.
Number 8, first baseman Austin O'Lee.
All right, so runners on the corners here. As I had to adjust some stat recording here. No balls and a strike to Austin O'Lean, the batter. And that one will just miss to the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now. So the runners on the corners, you got Trey Huzar standing on third, Jet Collins on first for West Fargo. Leading 1-0 on 2 hits and a single error by Tri-City so far here in the bottom of the first. After zeros across the board in the top half of the first. 2-1 now here to Austin O'Lean. And everybody will touch up base here. West Fargo has a home game against the Moorhead Brewers on Tuesday, July 1st. And then they get back to conference play when they go up to Jack Williams Stadium on July 2nd to take on Fargo Post 2 in a doubleheader. And that is caught by the pitcher for out number 1 of the inning. Nice job there by Jack Treader. Runners will stay put at their original bases. Hudson Dinger will bat now here for West Fargo. And then after that, West Fargo has 5 days off, and then they get right back to conference play, and it's a long road trip. On the 7th, they have 2 against Dickinson. On the 8th, they have 2 against Mandan. On the 9th, they have 2 against Bismarck, all on the road. All 3 doubleheaders, or all 6 games are on the road there. And then they have a home matchup on Monday the 14th against the Jamestown Post 14 Eagles. Jet Collins will steal second. Now puts runners on second and third now. You have no balls and 1 strike to the batter, Hudson Dinger. Dinger representing batter 5 in the lineup here for West Fargo. 1 away, West Fargo looking for a hit to potentially get those 2 runs in on second and third. Time is called by the batter, Hudson Dinger, so everybody will take a deep breath and reset here for a moment. We're 15 minutes into the game, so that means our friend Jim probably has about 30 minutes left of watching. No balls and 1 strike. Jim, one of our faithful viewers for our Tri-City fans who will be tuning in, may not know that. We like Jim here at MSPN Digital Television. 1 ball and 1 strike. No count is the count here to Hudson Dinger. Brody Medina is the batter on deck here. If no double plays happen, we'll see him next. Treader will set, take a quick peek at Collins on second, and deliver high for ball 2. And a balk has been called, and that will score a run. So it's now 2-0 West Fargo after the balk. And that brings Trey Huzar in from third, moves Jet Collins up to third. And that one's fouled away on the first base side. We move to 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Hudson Dinger. Dinger on MSPN is 1 for 3 on his at-bats this season. He had a hit to left field, he had a ground out to third, and a ground out to second. And that's not including this game here. This is his first plate appearance of this game. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a ground ball up the middle into center field. That will score Jet Collins from third, and a RBI single for Dinger will make it 3-0 in favor of West Fargo.
Batting 6th, number 1, the second baseman Brody Medina.
So here comes the aforementioned Brody Medina. 2 for 7 on MSPN this season with a hit to left and an infield hit towards the shortstop. Also reached base on error 2 times and reached base via a fielder's choice once, and 2 flyouts, 1 to center, 1 to left center on MSPN Digital Television this season. That's not including the games he's played that were not broadcasted on our station. 1 ball, no strike, the count, but it gives you a little bit of insight of what this kid can do here for West Fargo. 1-1. Runner on first is Hudson Dinger. And that one's to right field. It'll drift foul. And out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. And a runner on first is Hudson Dinger. Swinging and a miss, and that is strike 3, and that'll be out number 2. So he goes down swinging on strikes, and Jack Treader gets his first strikeout of the game here in the 2025 Pete FM Invite Championship game. Cooper Fuchs steps up to the plate now here for West Fargo. He's batter 7 in the lineup. 2 away, and we'll see if West Fargo can keep things clicking or not. There's a strike right on the edge. A nice pitch there by Jack Treader. It's 0-1. Treader unofficially with 27 pitches. This will be pitch 28 here. And that one will miss for a ball. And a nice block by Dornsief to keep Hudson Dinger on first. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count now here to Cooper Fuchs. And this one, a fly ball to left field. Tanner Jude is after it, and he makes a stretch running grab. Nicely done, and that will strand 1 on base, and West Fargo is done here in the bottom of the first. They get 3 across on 3 hits and 1 error, and they leave 1 left on base. We go now to the top of the second right after this here on MSPN Digital Television. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
When one of us comes up short,
we all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
TCI Insurance was founded in 1985 with a simple mission in mind: to protect your assets. TCI Insurance has a long history of providing insurance coverage and loss prevention solutions to the region and strives to exceed your expectations. From agriculture, business, and personal insurance, our advisors are here to help walk you through the options and equip you with the knowledge you need to choose the coverage that will best suit your current stage of life. TCI Insurance. Call 701-277-1710 or visit them at the offices in West Fargo and Wimbledon. Learn more today at tciteam.com.
All right, a little bit of an extended break there because West Fargo made some changes already here moving into the top of the second. And we have a new pitcher on the mound, and that is Evan Krogan. Ryan Camarillo comes in to play catcher as well for the Patriots. And the first pitch is a strike to the batter, Nate Edelman. And the pitch inside to Edelman will drop down for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Nate Edelman. We'll see Jacob Jude and Carter Byers this inning as well. Batters 4, 5, and 6 for Tri-City is the scheduled slate here. And the 1-1 delivery. And that one will drop in low, about the same spot as the previous pitch, and we're at 2-1 now. And this is it'll drop fair into right field. I wasn't sure if it was going to stay fair or not, but it did stay fair. He'll earn himself a single on a base hit to right, and that puts a runner on for Tri-City, bringing up Jacob Jude.
Number 22, second baseman, Jacob Jude.
So second baseman for Tri-City Red will step into the batter's box here and see if they can capitalize on Nate Edelman's single to right. And he's going to go pop up. First baseman Austin O'Lean will have it, and that's 1 out. Didn't quite get the swing on it that he was hoping for and ended up popping it up. Carter Byers now.
First baseman Carter Byers.
That'll put, let's see, we'll double check that. Yep, that'll put Jack Treader on deck here, as the first pitch comes in for a strike on Byers. So Carter Byers falls behind on the count 0-1. And we'll see what Krogan does next here. Another nice pitch there, and it's strike 2. And the 0-2. That one is a slow roller ground ball right back to Krogan. He will throw it over to O'Lean for the out, and that will advance Edelman over to second. We got 2 down here and a runner in scoring position now.
Batting 7, number 3, pitcher Jack Treader.
I think our PA announcer said Jake. I had it as Jack. Let me double check here. No balls and one strike. I can tell you that much at the moment. Yeah, no, the lineup card says Jack, so, and I have Jack. Yep, we'll go with Jack until somebody alerts me otherwise, but so I'm glad that we could clear that up. No balls and two strikes. Maybe I didn't hear our PA announcer right. PA announcer does a fantastic job, not only doing the job of putting his voice on the mic, but he's always talking to coaches and always talking to anybody who will give him information, and he receives that information and it settles in well. So struck him out looking. A 3-pitch strikeout. We'll put out 3 on the board. I will put out 3 on the board, and they'll strand 1 on base. And we'll go now to the bottom of the second. And the scheduled batters are 8, 9, and 1 when we return after this on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second we move into now, and it's the West Fargo Patriots up 3-0 on Tri-City Red here in the 2025 Pete FM Invite Championship game on MSPN Digital Television. And we thank you for tuning in to the broadcast today, whether you're cheering on the Patriots or if you're cheering on Tri-City Red. We wish both these teams the best of luck. We wish your team the best of luck in this championship game. 3 runs on 3 hits on 1 Tri-City error for West Fargo. For Tri-City, no runs on 1 hit on no errors for the Patriots. Both teams have left 1 runner on base so far here in the contest. We're 29 minutes in, and it will be Graydon Peterson who will start it off here for West Fargo in the home half of the second. Once again, it is West Fargo home and Tri-City visitors on this particular game here. Jack Treader will pitch 31. And it's a little high for a ball. 1 ball, no strike here to Graydon Peterson. Max Zinker and Landon Zink are the batters that we should see here this inning. And a ground ball towards third, a little slow bouncer. Does Edelman have the arm to get it over? Yes, he does! A 5-3 ground out. Puts out number 1 on the board. That was not an easy play for Edelman to make, and he made it. Nicely done.
Batting ninth for the Patriots, third baseman number 23, Max Zinker.
First pitch to Max Zinker comes in for ball 1. We're 30 minutes into the ball game now. Zenker goes high to left, going back, and it is foul. Had it stayed fair, it'd be a 4-0 ball game. So a deep strike. 3:15 down the first and left field, down the left and right field lines here at Starring Bank Field. Got 385 to straightaway center. Approximately 355 to left center, right center. Landon Zink, the batter now after the pop out. And that one's pushed foul for strike number 1. Zink is returned to the top of the order here. So through 9 batters, Treader needed 35 pitches to get through the first 9 batters, and this will be pitch 37. And he'll hit it for strike 2. And on 37 pitches, 23 of them have been filed into the strike category in the stat book. 0-2 and 2 away. And just a little bit low, and almost finished the half inning there with that pitch, but it will be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jack Treader has 1 strikeout so far here on West Fargo batters, and he almost had 2. Fouled away and will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. As former Arizona Diamondback Andy Young will come out and grab that ball from first base, from his first base coaching box. And that will find the 3-4 hole into right field. A ground ball single for Landon Zink. And a runner on base. Trey Huzar reached on an error last time he was at the plate. That's the only error of the game so far. It's the 4th hit of the ball game for the West Fargo Patriots. So Treader is averaging 1 hit per 10 pitches allowed. 1 hit allowed per 10 pitches. Foul territory and out of play, as left fielder Tanner Jude went after that one but ran out of real estate to make a play. So it's 0-1 to Trey Huzar. Jack Collins is a scheduled batter on deck if Huzar can reach base on something other than a fielder's choice. And this is a ground ball to second, and they will take the easy out at first. No need for a double play there, and that will strand 1 on base, and we go now to the bottom of the second. It remains 3-0 as Tri-City's able to hold West Fargo off the scoreboard here in the second inning of play. We'll take a break and be back with more in just a moment.
52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot. Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. 4-3 ground out ends the second. Now Alex Dornsief will be the batter here for Tri-City Red. And he will get a ball over towards third. Zenker fires it over to Oline. That's a 5-3 ground out and 1 pitch, 1 out here for Tri-City in the top of the third. And that will bring up Tanner Jude.
Number 7, left fielder Tanner Jude.
And Jude might find the gap in right center. Will one of the outfielders get there? No, they will not. It'll bounce and also get past Cooper Fuchs. He had to spin around to pick that one up. He does so quickly enough, though, to hold Tanner Jude to a single, but it's a base hit nonetheless and a runner on for Tri-City. And Isaac Baseman. The pitch, and that one's rifled foul off to the first base side for strike one. Strike two. So Krogan gets ahead in the count. He's at 15 pitches. 13 of them have been recorded as strikes for Krogan. And that's another strike. And a throw to second and over to first. Safe at first. They get the lead runner, Tanner Jude, out at second. And that'll put Baseman on with a fielder's choice.
Pitcher number 8, Ryan Malone.
Ryan Malone, 0 for 1. And a bouncing ball that will drift foul over the first base line. Malone was thrown out on a drop third strike last time he was at the plate. And this one is going to right field. Backpedaling is Cooper Fuchs. He gets underneath it and makes the grab. And that will strand one on base. And we go now to the home half of the third. Game's starting to pick up paces with Evan Krogan coming on the mound. Looks like we might have a pitcher's duel developing. The only issue is that Tri-City's down by 3 with those 3 runs scored in the bottom of the first. We'll see if things will turn around here. But first they got to get the bats back onto the field and take care of business defensively against West Fargo here, and we'll see if they can do that.
Party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't grill it better.
You wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
$3-0 game here in favor of West Fargo in the 2025 Pete FM Invite Championship. We move into the bottom of the third, and West Fargo bring out the bats, starting with Jet Collins, the shortstop. 39 minutes into the game, Collins is 1 for 1. He singled to left field last time he was up. He'll face pitch 43 from Treader, and he goes to left field again. It sneaks by Edelman, the third baseman, down the third base line, and that should be a hit. I don't think they'll charge that as an error on the third baseman. We'll wait to see how they score it on the scoreboard, though.
First baseman number 8, Austin O'Lean.
And they will indeed award a hit, which I agree with. So it's Austin O'Lean popped out to the first baseman last time he was at the plate. Now bouncing ball to second. To second, back to first, not in time at first, but they do get the lead runner, Jet Collins, out at second, and that puts Austin O'Lean on with a fielder's choice.
Designated hitter number 24, Hudson Dinger.
So 6-4 on the, or 4-6 on the force out at second base. Olin on with a fielder's choice. One out on the board, and Hudson Dinger 1 for 1 with a single to center field last time he was at the plate. And the pitch is a little bit high for a ball this time around, and it's 1-0 here to Hudson Dinger. Once again, Dakota Fins and Feathers, along with the FM Convention Visitors Bureau and Mandy's of FargoND.com and Sweet Shots, bringing you coverage of this championship game here between West Fargo and Tri-City. 1 ball, no strike, the count now here, and it is now 2 balls and no strikes after that last pitch there from Treader. Treader now 4 shy of the half-century mark from the mound, according to my numbers. We're 41 minutes into the ball game here, and the 2-0 pitch, and that one's fouled up and pushed out of play to the first base side into shallow right field, and it's 2-1. Once again, Dinger singled to center field last time he was at the plate. Brody Medina waits on deck. Dinger and Medina were part of that 3-run bottom of the first before Tri-City was able to put West Fargo back into the dugout. And that is a line drive to right. Can he get there? No, he cannot. It will bounce for a hit. Ryan Malone will pick it up in the corner. He'll fire it back in, and now the runners will advance 180 feet each. Hudson Dinger with a double, moving Austin Olin to third, and it's another base hit for Brody Medina, who steps to the plate now.
Second baseman number 1, Brody Medina.
2 runners in scoring position, and last time West Fargo had 2 runners in scoring position. Actually, last time Brody Medina was at the plate, they only had 1 runner on base, so he would strike out swinging, stranding that runner. Only 1 out this time, though. We'll see if Medina can get things clicking more here for West Fargo or not. The pitch will be a little bit outside for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Brody Medina. Cooper Fuchs moves into the on-deck circle here for the Patriots, wearing their black jerseys, trimmed with orange and a little bit of green as well. Of course, for several years, West Fargo primary jersey was green and orange, and then when Horace High School came into the picture, they took some of Horace's colors and made a new jersey. And I have to say, it's the first time I've seen the primary black jerseys with West Fargo, and I like them. I might want to go talk to Coach Roll and see if I can trade in my green and orange for a black one. I have a green and orange one in my closet at home, but I like these black ones a lot. Medina will walk.
Right fielder number 11, Cooper Fuchs.
So now the bases are loaded here with 1 out, and Tri-City needs to get themselves out of this jam here if they can. Any more runs by West Fargo might seal it early. Keep in mind there is a 8-run after 5 inning rule here in this Pete FM tournament, which is not consecutive with the normal North Dakota rule of 10 runs after 5. And line drive to right. Looks like Malone might be able to get it, and he did. And the runners will backpedal, and tagging on third is Olin. He will score. And now it is a 4-0 game in favor of West Fargo's. Cooper Fuchs will get an RBI on a sac fly to right. Austin Olin will score. The other 2 runners will stay at their original bases, and now Graydon Peterson will step up to the plate. Peterson representing batter 8 in the lineup here for West Fargo, as they continue to threaten here in the bottom half of the third. We're 44 minutes into the game now with 2 away in the bottom half of the third. I believe that was strike 1. Yes, it was. I'm not sure if our home plate umpire, by the way, is Art Haugen. He's calling the balls and strikes, and then along the base pass is Reggie Jackson calling the rest of the action out on the field. And I'm not sure if Art maybe gave a warning to a fan over on the first base side. We don't get too many fan warnings here at Starion Bank Field in my experience, but 1 ball, 1 strike here to Graydon Peterson. As I look around, we have a mix of West Fargo and Tri-City fans over on that first base side. Most of the fans here have chosen the shade. There is an overhang on these seats off the first base side compared to the ones right behind home plate. So if you like the sun, you sit behind home plate. If you prefer to not get toasted by the sun, you sit on the first base side. That's how it works here at Starting Bank Field. 3 balls and a strike now here to Graydon Peterson. He's 0 for 1, by the way. He had a ground out on his last at bat to the third baseman, Nate Edelman, who he nearly run it out. Edelman had a very tough play on that ground out to third, but he was able to fight. He was able to get the arm and fire it over to Byers at first base and get Peterson out last time he was at the plate. Now we move to a full count at 3-2. So a payoff pitch coming up here for Treader. It is a base hit to right field. Struggling to pick it up, and it gets behind Ryan Malone. And it will be a base clearing single, scoring 2 runs. A hit and an error is awarded on that, and I agree with that as well. So we will have a visit to the mound here for Tri-City Red. And it looks like Treader will remain on the mound. I have him at 59 pitches currently. And that's usually pretty close to accurate. And I guess Treader will not remain on the mound here. Let me grab the binoculars. I can't quite see from where I'm at.
Calvin Anderson.
All right, Calvin Anderson, number 15. I couldn't tell if it was 15 or 19, but it's number 15. Thanks to our PA announcer, Brad Anderson, for finding that out before I was able to. So it is Caden Anderson, or Calvin Anderson, taking over. So Jack Treader, 24 balls, 35 strikes on 59 pitches. He's allowed 6 runs so far. He's responsible for Peterson, who's the runner on first, Graydon Peterson for West Fargo. Should he come around and score, then Treader would be charged with 7 runs on his pitching duties here. And we'll see if Calvin Anderson can prevent that for his teammate. Max Zenker, batter 9 in the lineup for West Fargo, will be the first batter to face Calvin Anderson. 6 runs on 7 hits on 2 errors for Tri-City. And the pitch is a little bit high for a ball.
Max Zinker.
Two balls and no strikes. And a pass ball will allow Graydon Peterson to get up to second base. And it moves the count to 3 balls and no strikes to Max Zinker. He's 0 for 1. Zinker would pop out to the first baseman last time he was at the plate. And he'll take ball 4 and he'll be walked. So Calvin Anderson comes in and walks the first batter he faces. And now it's runners on first and second for West Fargo. And we go back to the top of the order with Landon Zink. And he's 2 for 2. He's had a good day. Both of his hits have gone to right field. The first one was good for a double. The second one was good for a single. Just needs a triple and a home run to complete the cycle. We'll see if he can do either one of those at this particular at-bat or not. plate appearance. He'll take the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Trey Huzar would be the next batter. There is two away with two runners on. So we'll see if we get to Huzar or not. Anderson winds, delivers the 1 and delivers it low to even the count of the ball on a strike. 1-1 the count. Jim has had to take off. Jim, our faithful viewer, coaches his own Legion team down in Denver, North Carolina area, and they have a game today, so he has to take off. At last check, his team was 8 wins, 9 losses, but they started the season 6-0, so they've had their struggles as of late. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Landon Zink, and a dart right back to Anderson, and he will go over to third. And did he get the runner? Yes, he did, and that will retire. That will leave 2 stranded on base, and they will get out of the bottom of the third. All right, 6 runs on 7 hits on 2 errors, 4 left on base. That number is correct as I check it with my scorebook here. And we'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
All right, welcome back. It's Peter 80. And the first pitch to 80 is in for a strike. 80's 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop, Jet Collins, last time he was at the plate. And this one fouled away for strike number 2. This is the 3rd midseason tournament that West Fargo has participated in. The first one was down in Arkansas. And they did well. They didn't win that one, but they did well down in Arkansas. And then they hosted their West Fargo invite a little over a week ago, I believe it was. They ended up winning that tournament. Ground ball to short and over to first for the out. So it's a 6-3 from Collins to Olin for out number 1. And they are in a good position to win the 2025 Pete FM invite as well. So they've been 2 out of 3 that they've played in. That's pretty solid. And the pitch is a little bit high, and it's 1-0 to Nate Edelman, who singled out into right field last time he was at the plate. And the 1-0 pitch will miss for 2 balls and no strikes. Sun really blaring in from right field there. You can kind of see it on camera. And, a nice grab at third by Zanker. He fires over. That's why they call it the hot corner. A 5-3 ground out. That's the second great play we've seen by a third baseman, one from each team in this game. Wow, what a stop by Zanker. I mean, that was darted down the third base line, and Zinker dived and stopped it, was able to get himself in a position to fire the ball over to first and complete the 5-3 ground out. Nice play. Strike one there here, and out of the batter, Jacob Jude, who popped out to the first baseman last time he was at the plate. And this is a ground ball foul to the third base side. 0-2 now here to Jacob Jude. Once again, there's 2 outs. Carter Byers would be the next batter if Jude can reach base successfully here. And the pitch, and he will check swing it, and that one will be foul. It didn't quite stay fair long enough, and it skipped over the inside of the third base bag and will be foul. No balls and 2 strikes is where we'll stay. And there, Swan. Oh, man, what a grab by Collins. That one was on its way into left field, and that was on its way for a base hit, and Collins said no. Jet Collins, nice catch there by the shortstop for the West Fargo Patriots, and it's a 6-0 game heading into the middle of the 4th. We're back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back. 6-0 West Fargo as we head into the bottom of the 4th, and Trey Huzar will be the leadoff batter. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error and grounded out to the second baseman on his 2 trips to the plate so far, and he takes the first pitch here for strike number 1. 0-1. Jet Collins, Austin O'Lean will be the next 2 batters we see here in this contest. As Calvin Anderson, tosses ball 1 here to Trey Huzar to even the count up at a ball and a strike. 1-1 delivery coming now, and that one will be skied up center field, and it will drop for a base hit. Tanner Jude was the closest of the 3 converging on the ball, but he couldn't quite get there in time. And West Fargo has another runner on base here, and it looks like they're picking up right where they left off in the bottom of the 3rd. Jet Collins, 2 for 2, 2 singles, both smashed him into left field on his 2 trips to the plate. We've now hit the 1-hour mark of this ball game with nobody out, runner on in the bottom of the 4th. They'll try to pick off that runner, but Trey Huzar is easily back in time, so no problem there. 6 runs on 8 hits now. 2 Tri-City errors for West Fargo. Anderson will take a quick look at Huzar. He'll set, and still no pitches yet here to Collins until now, and he'll find the strike zone on that one. It's 0-1. Runner goes. And did that hit the bat? It did. So the runner will have to come back. Hit the very bottom of the knob of the handle of the bat. Strike 2. It almost looked like Collins was trying to get out of the way of that pitch. And as a result of getting out of the way, the ball hit the bat, and it earned himself a second strike instead of a 1-1 count. Collins will foul this one away to the right side of a broadcast booth or the right edge of your TV screen, whatever you want to reference it as. So still 0-2 here. As Collins 2 for 2, looks to keep it going to go 3 for 3. Pickoff attempt, and Huzar is back safely at first. And he got him looking, strikeout looking. It's the second strikeout for Tri-City pitchers, the first one for Calvin Anderson. And there's one out on the board. Austin O'Lean is the batter now. So after Jet Collins was 2 for 2, now he strikes out. Austin O'Lean's 0 for 2. Will he get onto the stat sheet on this plate appearance? Outside for a ball, 1-0, and they throw to second. Might be in time. They got him, I think. Yes, they did. Nice throw there by Dornseith, the catcher for Tri-City. Got it up to Isaac Baseman for the 2-6 throw out on the stolen base attempt there by Trey Huzar, and that puts the second out on the board and takes runners off the base. The pitch came across as a ball, so it's 1-0 to Austin O'Lean. So they trade a ball for an out. I'd say that's a fair trade. At least if you're a Tri-City fan, maybe not a fair trade for a West Fargo participant in that trade, but 2 balls and no strikes. The count here to Austin O'Lean. Nice pitch. Anderson able to fire it over the middle of the plate for a strike. 2-1. Well, Tri-City was down 5-0 to Fargo Post 2. They were able to come back, and that one will just sneak by Jacob Jude. I think it rolled just under his glove. And that'll be a base hit, and Austin O'Lean's on with a short single to shallow right center. Hudson Dinger, 2 for 2, single and a double. Just needs a triple and a home run for the cycle. We'll see if he can do one of those two on this at bat or not. I personally have not called a cycle in my baseball career. So if I'm rooting for anything that's non-neutral in this broadcast, it would be for Hudson Dinger. No balls in 1 strike. Time is called by the batter Hudson Dinger as Anderson stared down O'Lean for a moment. Decided to call time and get things reset. Anderson takes another peek at O'Lean on first, and he'll deliver the 0-1 to Dinger, and it's in for strike 2. So he gets ahead of the count, 0-2 on Hudson Dinger. Brody Medina waits on deck here for West Fargo. Once again, Art Haugen calling the balls and strikes behind the plate. Reggie Jackson, the umpire on the base paths out in the field. Ground ball foul right by his teammate Hudson Dinger, or Brody Medina, who's on deck. And we'll stay at 0-2. And he's going to go to left center. Can the center fielder get there? No, he cannot. Rounding third is Austin O'Lean from first. The play at the plate is there, but he was not able to handle it. And sliding in head first to make it a 7-0 game on the 10th hit of the game for West Fargo is Austin O'Lean from first. So it's It's only, oh, never mind. I thought the team was coming out to shake hands, but it's only a 7-0 game. So, and we're still in the 4th inning. So, but they're just coming out to congratulate their teammate is all. So an RBI double for Dinger. Will likely take out his chances for a cycle, as he has a single and 2 doubles now. And this one's fouled off, and it's strike 1. Brody Medina, 0 for 1, struck out swinging and walked last time he was at the plate. Gets contact on the ball with his bat this time, but earns himself a strike on the fouled back pitch to the netting. And the 0-1. And that one is popped up. Could be in the glove of Edelman, and it will be. So they will strand one on base, and they get one across the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd to take a 7-0 lead. 7 runs on 10 hits on 2 errors so far, and a total of 5 left on base through 4 innings of play. Double checking the Tri-City numbers. What you see there is correct. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned. The 5th inning coming up next. Can Tri-City get some runs on the board? We're about to find out. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
All right, Carter Byers will lead it off here for Tri-City as we move into the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, strike 1 here for Carter Byers. He grounded out last time he was at the plate. Hour and 8 minutes into the ball game right now. And West Fargo looking to be in a pretty good position here to win this 2025 Pete Invite Tournament. But it is the wide world of sports, and we've seen stranger things happen than a down by 7 comeback. So, it could happen. This is a really good team, and West Fargo got the jump on them early, but don't let this 7-0 score fool you. We've seen Tri-City Red here on MSPN a few times over the last 3-4 years, and every single time they've played a really good game. This is probably the least of those really good games, at least up to this point. We'll see if they can battle back. Like I said, they were down 5-0 in the semifinal against Fargo Post 2. They ended up scoring 4 runs to ultimately fall in that game by the score of 5-4. I'm not saying they'll repeat that process here, but if any team could come back from 7 down, it would be Tri-City Red. And a strikeout and a little bit of frustration there from Carter Byers, and he probably agrees with what I just said. He knows that this team is good, but it's just not clicking for him right now. So 1 out, and a strike delivered there from Krogan on, let's see, is it Jack Treader? Yes, it is Jack Treader. 1 hour and 10 minutes. 7 runs on 10 hits for West Fargo. No runs on 2 hits for Tri-City. And that's another thing, too. They only have 2 hits in this game. And Krogan has done awesome on the mound here for West Fargo since coming in relief back in the 2nd inning. Not that the starting pitcher didn't do awesome, but We only saw him for one inning, so I can't really give you a fair scouting report on his work here after one inning of play, but I can do a much better job with Krogan over. This is his 4th inning of work now. I had to stop and think and do the math there for a moment. No balls and 2 strikes is fouled away. Treader on pitch 37 right now, and now 30 of them have been strikes, and this one may drop, and it does, and they get their 3rd base hit of the game, and they get a runner on base. And we'll see what else Tri-City can do here in the top of the 5th, as they are in danger of falling in this game here. If they don't get something clicking here soon, we'll see if that's the start of a rally or not. Alex Dornseef, 0 for 1, grounded out to 3rd last time he was at the plate. First pitch inside, low for a ball, 1-0 here to Dornseef. Tanner Jude would be the batter on deck. And if no double plays happen, we'll see him next. Pickoff attempt there on Treader at first, and he's safe. Back in time, no problem there. 7-0 in favor of West Fargo on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard, where you can find something for everybody. 1 ball and 1 strike now here for Krogan on Dornseef. And that is fouled down the 3rd base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Umpire, I think, needs some more baseballs. Ball boy for West Fargo grabbed one of them. Oh no, he was okay. He was calling for the ball boy to get that ball picked up because it was in danger of affecting play possibly. The second over to first, not in time at first. They do get Treader, the lead runner, out for out number 2. So Dornseef on a fielder's choice will reach first base. 6-4 on the force out at second, and brings up Tanner Jude. 1 for 1. He singled into right field on his last trip, and an only trip so far to the plate here. This is batter 9 in the lineup, so they're about to flip it over for the 2nd time to the top of the order, unless this ball is caught. And it is caught, and that will bring us to batters 1, 2, and 3 if there is a top of the 6th. West Fargo can walk it off if they score 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll see if they can do it or not. It's 7-0. And we'll be back with the potential conclusion after this. Stay tuned.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
All right, Cooper Fuchs will lead it off here for West Fargo in the bottom of the 5th. Once again, if West Fargo scores 1, they'll walk it off and win via the 8-run rule in 5 here at the 2025 Pete Invite Tournament. 7 runs on 10 hits on 2 errors for Tri-City so far. There's a strike thrown by Calvin Anderson, and it's 0-1 to Cooper Fuchs, who's also 0 for 1. A fly out to left and a sacrifice fly to right field to score a run and earn himself an RBI in this game. And that is strike 2. Hour and 15 minutes so far, time of the game. Nobody out, nobody on, and the 0-2 pitch. And he'll pop that one up, and third baseman Nate Edelman will watch that one go out of play and not be able to make a play on it. So we'll do the 0-2 over once again here for Cooper Fuchs, Graydon Peterson, Max Zenker, the scheduled batters this inning. And that one will miss a little high for ball 1. Two balls and 2 strikes. Sorry, I was getting a bug out of the press box here. It was a strikeout, though, for Calvin Anderson, so Cooper Fuchs goes down. And that will bring us to Graydon Peterson, I believe. Is 21? Yep, it is 21. 1 for 2, ground out to the third baseman, and then he singled to right field last time he was up. Now he's down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And a ground ball to short. Baseman fires it over, and Byers has it, and that's a 6-3. Max Zenker, the batter now. Scheduled batter, unless they change things up. Nope, it will indeed be Max Zenker. And a ground ball to third. 2 hops over to first, and that will end the bottom of the 5th. So we'll go to the 6th inning here as West Fargo unable to score a run here. As it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tri-City on West Fargo. And we'll see if Tri-City can capitalize on that 1-2-3 inning. Batters 1, 2, and 3 for Tri-City when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Mandy's of Fargo, ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo, ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
All right, Isaac Baseman will be the leadoff batter here in the top of the 6th for Tri-City. Find themselves down 7-0 on the mandysoffargond.com scoreboard. And the first pitch is fouled off into the Tri-City dugout for strike number 1. Baseman 0 for 2, ground out to second, field reached on a fielder's choice. Krogan now with pitch 44. High for a ball, 1-1. Hour and 20 minutes into the game now. 1-1 pitch. And that will find itself a base hit into center field. It's good for a single. And Baseman gets things started here with nobody out and a runner on for Ryan Malone, the right fielder, who will step up to the plate. Oh, I take that back. They're going to switch things up here. It is number 15. And that is Calvin Anderson. Okay. And that's strike 2. Yep, it's strike 2. And that's lifted up into left field. Running after is Landon Zink, and it will drop foul. It's a long, long strike, and we'll stay at 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Fouled back. We'll do the 0-2 again. So strike, fouled away in that order for pitch 5 of the plate appearance coming up here for Calvin Anderson. First trip to the plate since he took over as pitcher. And this is a high fly ball to left field. Looks like Landon Zink is there, and it is. Out number 1.
Center fielder number 10, Peter, 80.
Krogan now 50 pitches, and get this, according to my numbers, the ball strike split is heavily in favor of strikes, 41-9 on 50 pitches. What's going to strike is anything that's not a ball or a hit by a pitch. So 4 of those 41 strikes have resulted in base hits for Tri-City. Outside for a ball. 1-1 the count now. And it took until 1 out on the top of the 6th for Krogan to get to double digits in the ball category. And they will turn the double play. 4-3 on the double play, and that will take care of business here in the top of the 6th. No runs, nobody, I think nobody left on base, right, with the double play, I think. Yeah, that's right. Nobody left on base. So out 3, and we go down to the bottom of the 6th, and West Fargo has another chance to walk it off. We'll be back in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't grill it for you.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. Top of the order for West Fargo, Landon Zink, Trey Huszar, Jet Collins, pending changes.
For the Patriots, batting for Landon Zink, number 7, Jackson Zavidil.
All right, so they will switch it up here. So Landon Zink, who was 2 for 3 with a double single and reached on a fielder's choice, and now taking over in the number 1 spot is Jackson Zavidil, and he usually plays catcher for West Fargo. Here's the 0-1. And did he check a swing? First base umpire says yes, 0-2. Or a scoreboard in the outfield shows 1-1. Yeah, it should be 0-2 according. Yep. Now they're okay. Our scoreboard was right the whole time. No balls, 2 strikes. There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout. It's Calvin Anderson's second strikeout of the game, and third strikeout for Tri-City pitchers, and we'll see if they can keep that going here.
For Trey Hussar, number 2, Charlie Laszewski.
So now Trey Hussar, who was 1 for 3, reached on an error, ground out, and a single, is swapped out for Charlie Laszewski. If memory serves me correctly, I think he normally plays third base. And that one's a little bit low for a ball. Laszewski on MSPN this season has 1 infield hit, reached on an error, and a fly out to center. There's a strike, and we're at 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Laszewski. Jet Collins is the scheduled batter on deck. We'll see if that's him or not. 2-1 now. And nope, they're going to switch it up again. So instead of Jet Collins, it'll be Luke Finn going into the on-deck circle here with 1 out. And that one came in a little bit too close. Laszewski maybe got a little nervous. It ended up breaking in and avoiding hitting him. And now Laszewski swings and finds himself a base hit into right field on a 3-1 count. So once again, it'll be, okay. Well, I could have swore I saw, number 4 is out there, but he's right behind Jet Collins. So it looks like Luke Finn will take the place of Austin O'Lean in the number 4 spot in the lineup. So Jet Collins is the batter now. I didn't see Jet Collins over there when I looked the first time, so that's why I thought Luke Finn was bumping up a spot, but apparently not. Pickoff attempt. Back in time is Laszewski. 2 minutes in front of the 90-minute mark of the ball game here. Remains a 7-0 lead for West Fargo. Swing and tip foul, and it will remain, or it'll become 0-2, excuse me. Collins 2 for 3, a pair of singles, struck out looking last time he was at the plate. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out again, and a pick throw back up to first. He's safe. So it's a 3rd strikeout now here for Calvin Anderson, and now instead of Austin O'Lean, it's going to be Luke Finn.
Austin O'Lean, number 4, Luke Finn.
So 2 away now here in the bottom of the 6th. And a strike is called. 0-1. Luke Finn on ESPN, ground out to second, fly out to right, and a base hit to left. And he'll swing and miss for a 2-strike count. And a bouncing ball. They'll go right back to Anderson. He'll pick it up, and that'll take care of the inning. They'll strand 1 on base as Luke Finn grounds out on a 1-3, and that will bring us to batters 4, 5, and 6. Scheduled batters, Edelman, Jude, and Byers for Tri-City. When we come back after this, stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Luke Vinston stays in the game. He's in left field. Charlie Lashofsky for pinch hitting stays in the game in center. For Tri-City, right fielder number 13, Nate Edelman.
All right, we'll go to the top of the 7th now, and now it's a situation where Tri-City needs to score 7 to force the bottom of the 7th. So we'll see if they can do it. Just mentioned 3 7s, and most of the time that's a lucky trio of numbers, but we'll see if it's lucky in this top half of the inning or not, as they only have 3 outs to play with. So Nate Edelman, 1 for 2, single to right, ground out to third. 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Edelman. Once again, Jacob Jude, Carter Byers are the scheduled batters, and as I look, Jacob Jude is indeed on the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 hour and 32 minutes, time of the game here. We'll see if West Fargo can close it out here. And that one's a base hit into left field. It was over the outstretched arm of Jet Collins, the shortstop. And one thing that Tri-City has in common here is they can normally get that leadoff hitter on a base hit for a single. It's beyond that where they struggle. It's their 5th hit of the game now. All 5 hits have resulted in runners on first base, but none of those runners have been allowed to come in anywhere close to home plate. I'm not sure. I'm thinking back. Let me look on the stats sheet here really quick. I don't think they've had a runner on third. And looking at the stat sheet, that would be at the scorecard, that would be accurate. They got a runner to second back in the 2nd inning, and since the 2nd inning, they have not gotten a runner beyond first base. 0-2, this one, fly it out, right field. Cooper Fuchs has it, 1 out.
Batting for Carter Byers, number 11, Jason Cook.
All right, so Carter Byers was 0 for 2. Jason Cook will take his spot, and he gets a base hit to left field. And for the first time since the 2nd inning, Tri-City has a runner on second base, thanks to the bat of Jason Cook. And now it's Jack Treader, the scheduled batter, and it will be Jack Treader.
Jack Treader.
Treader 1 for 2, struck out looking the first time up, and then he singled to center field on his last time to the plate. He'll tip this one off the edge of the bat for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He may have tipped it either way. It's an 0-2 count. There's ball one. This Treader will watch that one come in and dump down low. Coming up at a future Fargo Post 400 Stars game that may or may not be against West Fargo, we're going to be doing 80s night here at Starting Bank Field. And that's a strikeout for out number 2. So if that game happens to be against West Fargo, we have not confirmed which game it'll be. But we're going to do a complete makeover on our broadcast. We'll have 80s graphics, 80s intros, 80s theme music. All the walk-up songs will be from the 80s. And everything about it will be 80s. All the commercials, all the public service announcements will be from the 80s. So, yeah, I was doing some research on YouTube last night for 80s PSAs. And, yeah, there's a couple of them that if they were aired today, there might be some people who would be throwing fits at the television station for allowing them to air such content. But, I mean, this is stuff I grew up on, and I'm doing okay today. So, fouled away for a strike. And it's 0-2 now here to Alex Dornsief. Runners on first and second. Bouncing ball snagged there by Krogan. He will end the game at first. And Tri-City never got a man to third. Nate Edelman was the closest on standing on second, but West Fargo never allows a Tri-City runner to reach third base in this game, and that will do it. Your final score: the West Fargo Patriots win the 2025 Pete Invite Championship game by the final score of 7-0. And thank you so much for tuning in. It was a fun game, and for the Tri-City fans that tuned in, outside of the numbers on the scoreboard, we hope that was the only thing you didn't enjoy about this broadcast. We appreciate a thumbs up, and the two teams will shake hands, and that will do it. Let's take a look here. Time of the game, 1 hour and 38 minutes according to my clock here. Final numbers, double check, 625. There we go, and 7-11-6. Yep, that is the correct numbers on your screen. No runs on 6 hits on no West Fargo errors, and 5 left on for Tri-City Red. For West Fargo, 7 runs on 11 hits on 2 errors for Tri-City, and they leave a total of 6 on base. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, the next game for West Fargo, I believe, is against the Moorhead Brewers. Yep, they will open up the month of July. So they have the rest of June off, and they'll open up the month of July against the Moorhead Brewers, a non-conference game, and then they get back to conference action on July 2nd with a doubleheader at Jack Williams against Fargo Post 2, a doubleheader on Monday, July 7th against Dickinson on the road in Dickinson. And then a doubleheader as they come back from Dickinson. They'll make a stop in Mandan on the 8th to play the Chiefs. And then they'll make a stop in Bismarck on the 9th to play the Bismarck Governors. And then they have the Jamestown Eagles for their next home game in conference play on Monday, July 14th. So almost 2 weeks away. July 15th, they have a conference doubleheader against Grand Forks. And then they go to another invite tournament in Minneapolis. It's the Great Lakes Open, July 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, before they have a home conference doubleheader against the Fargo Post 400 Stars on July 24th. So the next time we'll see West Fargo on MSPN will be on July 24th when they take on the Post 400 Stars. All right, and then they have senior night at home against Fargo Post 2 on Friday the 25th. That's a single, I believe that's a non-conference game. It's a single game against Fargo Post 2, and then the state tournament starts on the 29th. So that's a look ahead at the schedule here for the West Fargo Patriots. And for Tri-City, Tri-City, let's see if I can find them really quick here. I believe They've let's see here. Has this game gone final or been updated yet here? Yeah, it has been updated. So Tri-City falls to 9-6-1 on the season, and they're not showing any games for an upcoming schedule, so I don't know who they're playing next. Looks like they add their games one by one on their Game Changer account, but I figured I'd be nice and at least make the attempt to tell you what's coming up next for them. So 7-0 your final. Congratulations to the West Fargo Patriots. They are your 2025 Pete FM Invite champions here as they blank the semifinal 8-0, and they blanked in the championship 7-0 here on MSPN Digital Television. We'll talk to you again on, let's me look here, on our schedule here, which you can find pinned to the top of our X account at mspndtv.com. And our next broadcast will be on July 1st when the Fargo Post 400 Stars go to Williston to take on the Williston Keybirds. Should be an interesting matchup, and then we'll be in Dickinson July 2nd for the game versus Dickinson, and then we're back home at Starry & Bank Field for the Fargo Post 400 Comets taking on Dilworth Glendon Felton in a 1 p.m. doubleheader here on MSPN Digital Television. We'll talk to you again then. Thanks again.
Proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online by searching MSPNDTV on YouTube and X to find broadcast schedules, on-demand broadcasts, and more. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.